Hello and welcome to Arsenal Domination, where Arsenal dropped 2 huge points away at Brentford in the race for the Premier League title, which will give renewed hope to Manchester City. But before I go into the ramifications for Arsenal tonight and what is undoubtedly a disappointing result, let me sort of take you through the game. Arsenal, of course, coming into the game on the back of the news that Kai Havertz would be out for a little while following a muscle injury, but they did get some good positive news before kick-off. Leandro Trossard was fit to start the game, and indeed he did. Start the game, but they also had Bukayo Saka and Martin Odegaard fit for the bench, and both came on to play a part. They did lose William Saliba, of course, to illness, but Mascara came in and again I thought did a really good job in Saliba's absence. In terms of the game itself, Arsenal obviously picked a very strong starting lineup, considering the absentees as well. But it didn't really work for them in the first half. Brentford's certainly the better side. Probably a draw, a fair reflection of the first half. But if either side had to go in the lead, you would have thought it would be Brentford. Arsenal careless, I think, in possession, looked like they had a mistake in them, and they certainly the best chance of the half went to Brentford. David Ryan making a really, really good save to keep it level. But at half time, Arsenal made a change. Eberiche Eze coming off, Martin Odegaard, as I say, coming on. Eze had a really difficult evening. Again, he has somewhat struggled at times in an Arsenal shirt. He just needs a little bit of a confidence boost with a goal or a big assist or something like that. Because I think Arsenal certainly have a player in there who will have a key role to play. But Arsenal certainly looking better in the second half, partly as a result of that change. I think partly as a result of Mikel Arteta expressing his disappointment. And certainly Arsenal have got to stop these slow starts they make to games. They can't just leave it to the second half. But they did take the lead. It was Madueke that got it. He's much maligned by sections of the Arsenal fan base, and certainly he needs to improve his end product. But he did improve his end product here by getting a goal, getting a header at the far post. But unfortunately, Arsenal couldn't hang on to the lead. They switched off, and a long throw found its way to Lewis Potter to equalise. And Brentford could have been level before that. They missed a big chance just before that. As I say, David Raya had a difficult evening, but he did make 2 big saves, struggled for crosses. But Arsenal created one last chance before the end, which Martinelli was unable to capitalise on. Keller making a really good save, to be fair. And a draw was a fair result. Disappointing, of course, for Arsenal in terms of the title race. The media narrative will, of course, be that Manchester City are back in it. They closed the gap again to 4 points. And there's some justifications for that. They looked very good against Fulham the other night. But as I say, I think there are many twists and turns in this title race still to come. I don't see any side sort of going on long unbeaten runs between now and the end of the season. I think all sides will drop points. But certainly this is a big opportunity missed for Arsenal. I don't think there'll be any question about that. And they've got to go on and put it right at Wolves next week.